Hello everyone, I'm back with another video on units and measurement. In the previous video, we learnt about the application of dimensional analysis to derive a dimensional equation. And in this video, we will solve the assignment which was given at the end of the previous video. You can take this as a practice question with solutions. Let us do the recap what we studied. How to derive an dimensional equation. So write all the factors given in the question, okay, and with the proportionality sign and the power of a, b and c, remove the sign of proportionality, put the constant k. To remove the proportionality sign, we put equal to sign and a constant k, okay. Then put the dimension of all the physical quantities, equate the powers of ml and t on both sides and find the value of abc. Put the value of abc in the equation obtained in step 2. Now, another thing, the dimensional formula of some physical quantities. These were the dimensional formulas that we did, and you should be knowing all this. And these were the questions. If you don't know them, please try on your own. Although these are not the final, there are a few more. Try all the questions, pause the video, try all the questions. These are further questions, and then play the video again to check the answers or to match the answers. So let's start. Question number 1. The escape velocity v depends upon acceleration due to gravity g and radius r. So that means v is proportional to g to the power of a and r to the power of b. That was the first step. Then we remove the proportionality, put constant k. Okay. The dimensions for g are lt minus 2. So we put the dimension of velocity, which is lt minus 1, k we don't put any dimension, g is lt minus 2, r is l. So now l is a plus b in powers and t is minus of 2a in power. On comparing, we say a plus b equal to 1 and minus of 2a is equals to minus 1. That means a is 1 by 2 and b is also 1 by 2. So we put the values in this equation. What we get, v is equal to k g half r half, or v equal to k under root of gr. Question number 2. A body of mass m is moving in a circle of radius r with angular velocity omega. Find the expression for centripetal force. Okay. So force is proportional to mass to the power of a, r to the power of b, and omega to the power of c. We remove the sign of proportionality, put constant k. Now the dimensions for force is mlt minus 2 and omega is t minus 1. Thank you for the hint. We put the dimensions. Then, okay, now a is 1 on comparing, b is 1 and c is 2. So we get a1, b minus 1 and c 2. So we get f equal to k m to the power of 1, r to the power of 1 and omega to the power of 2. That is f is equal to k m r omega square. Let's move to question number 3. The terminal velocity v, okay, depends on weight mg, okay, radius r. It depends on coefficient of viscosity neta. We need to find the relation expressing terminal velocity. So what we know, v is proportional to mg to the power of a, r to the power of b and neta to the power of c. We remove the sign of proportionality, put a constant k. Now the dimensions for velocity are lt minus 1, mg is mlt minus 2 and neta is ml minus 1 t minus 1. So let's put all the dimensions now. Okay, so here m is a plus c in powers, l to the power of a plus b minus of c, and t to the power of minus 2a minus c. On comparing both the sides, we can say a plus c is equals to 0 because there is no m on LHS. A plus b minus c equal to 1, and minus of 2a minus of c is equal to minus 1. On solving, we get a equal to 1, b equal to minus 1, and c is equals to minus 1. So we can say v is equal to k mg to the power of 1 r to the power of minus 1 and neta to the power of minus 1, or we can write v is equal to k mg upon r neta. Let's move to question number 4. Assuming that the mass m of the largest stone that can be moved by a flowing river depends on velocity. So m is proportional to v to the power of a, density rho to the power of b, and g to the power of c. We need to show m is varying with the sixth power of velocity of flow. Okay, so we need to show that a is 6. So m is proportional to v to the power of a, rho to the power of b, and g to the power of c. That is m equal to k, v to the power of a, rho to the power of g, and g to the power of c. The dimensions are given as a hint. We put all the dimensions. Okay. Now, okay, we put all the m, l, and t terms separately. On comparing b equal to 1, a minus 3b plus c equal to 0, and minus of a minus of 2c equal to 0. On solving, we get a equal to 6, b equal to 1, and c equal to minus 3. So m is equal to k v to the power of 6 rho upon g to the power of 3. And this is what we wanted to prove, a equal to 6. Okay, let us do question number 5. The velocity of a body which has fallen freely under gravity varies as g to the power of p, h to the power of q, where g is the acceleration due to gravity and h is the height which the body has fallen from. Determine the values of p and q. Now, what we can write, v is proportional to g to the power of p, h to the power of q. Let us remove the sign of proportionality. We put a constant k. So v is equals to k, g to the power of p, h to the power of q. Now the dimensions for g are lt minus 2. So let us put the dimensions of v, g, and h. Now what can we say? Lt minus 1 is equal to L to the power of p plus q and t to the power of minus 2p. Comparing both sides, we can say p plus q is equals to 1 and minus of 2p is equals to minus 1. So on solving, we get p is equals to 1 by 2 and q is equals to 1 by 2. Let us move to question number 7. Don't be surprised. Question number 6 is done later. So question number 7. If force, acceleration, and time are taken as the fundamental units, then find the dimensions of energy. So we can write E is proportional to F to the power of P, A to the power of Q, and T to the power of R. Let us remove the sign of proportionality. We put the constant K. So E is equals to K, F to the power of P, A to the power of Q, and T to the power of R. Here the dimensions for E, F, and A are given. Okay, now what we can do, we will put the dimensions on both the sides and let us solve. What we get, m l to t minus 2 is equal to m to the power of p, l to the power of p plus q, and t to the power of minus 2p minus 2q plus r. On comparing, we can say p is equals to 1, p plus q is equals to 2, and minus of 2p minus 2q plus r is equals to minus 2. On solving, we get p is equals to 1, q is equals to 1, and r is equals to 2. So we can write E is equals to k, f to the power of 1, a to the power of 1, and t to the power of 2, or we can write E is equals to k f a t square. Let's do question number 6. In the previous slide, we have done question number 5 and question number 7. Here we are doing question number 6. Calculate the dimensions of force and impulse in terms of velocity, density, and frequency. So first we are finding out dimensions of force in terms of velocity, density, and frequency. So F is proportional to V to the power of A, rho to the power of B, and nu to the power of C. F equal to K, V to the power of A, rho to the power of B, nu to the power of C. These are the dimensions. We put the values of these dimensions and then we do the separation of M, L and T terms. On comparing both the sides, we can say that B is equals to 1, A minus 3B is equals to 1, and minus of A minus of C is equals to minus 2. On solving, we get A equal to 4, B equal to 1 and C equal to minus 2. That is F equal to K V to the power of 4 rho and nu to the power of minus 2, or it can be written as F equal to K rho V4 upon nu square. Now we will find the dimensions of impulse in terms of velocity, density and frequency. So impulse is proportional to V to the power of A, rho to the power of B and nu to the power of C. So I equal to K V to the power of A, rho to the power of B and nu to the power of C. We need the dimensions. We put the dimensions. For impulse it is ml t minus 1, velocity is lt minus 1, density is ml minus 3 and frequency is t minus 1. Okay, then from comparison we can say b equal to 1, a minus 3b is equals to 1 and minus of a minus of c is equals to minus 1. On solving we get a equal to 4, b equal to 1 and c is equals to minus 3. We put the values in this equation and we get I is equal to k rho v4 upon nu cube. Now question number 8. The velocity v of water waves may depend, that is v is proportional to lambda to the power of A, density to the power of B and G to the power of C. Remove the sign of proportionality, put a constant K. These are the dimensions which you may need. We put the dimensions in the equation. Then we do the separation of terms. Now we will compare. On comparison, B equal to 0. A minus 3B plus C equal to 1 and minus of 2C is equals to minus 1. So on solving we get A equal to half, B equal to 0 and C is equals to half. We put these values in this equation and what we get? We get V is equal to K under root of lambda G. Last question. If velocity, time and force were chosen, the basic quantities, find the dimensions of mass. So m is proportional to v to the power of a, t to the power of b and f to the power of c. Remove the sign of proportionality, put the constant k. You need the dimensions, so put the dimensions. Then we will separate. So what we can say, c is equals to 1 on comparing LHS and RHS base power. So a plus c is equals to 0 and minus of a plus b minus 2c equal to 0. On solving, we get a equal to minus 1, b equal to 1 and c equal to 1. We put these value in this equation and we get m is equals to k ft upon v. You can do the same question to find out the dimensions of mass with the same method. Just change m with L. You want to find for time, then change m with t, solve in the same manner and you will get your result. Thank you so much. Do check the next video for the next concept.